Grumpy Old Dog Lady had some interesting feedback yesterday from the video on armpit dogs. I had several people interacting with me saying that yes, they pick up their dogs and they carry them, especially if there are large dogs around and they don't want their dog to get hurt. Absolutely fine. Of course you must do that. You don't want your small dog to get into trouble. It's also fine to put your dog into a little travelling bag if that's the way they are kept safe when travelling or walking around with you. Fine. And these particular people that we were having a chat with are people that do things with their dogs. They aren't just carried all day. These dogs do some obedience and some tricks and some dancing. So these are being normal dogs. What I'm talking about is these dogs that are carried constantly. Their feet hardly touch the floor, especially when they leave the home. I believe this comes from all these film stars, TV stars, singers that have got into the new fashion of having a dog accessory. And they carry this dog everywhere with them. So now there is a huge young generation who want to do the same thing. And suddenly a lot of small dogs are being bought and carried. So getting back to this young puppy yesterday, here it was at this young age starting to be so aggressive if anybody came nearby. What I was trying to get the owners to understand is that this dog really does need to go on the floor more than just being carried. When the dog was on the floor, the owner was nearby, it was still being looked after, it wasn't getting stressed out, and in fact started behaving like a normal dog going towards the other puppies. I just don't feel that you need a young puppy being so aggressive if anybody comes nearby. It is learning from a young age that this is how you behave, and that's not right. Think of all the times you see people carrying a dog and somebody goes up to it and this dog goes ballistic, trying to attack the person and growling and biting. The other thing is, don't approach dogs in a person's arms. You're coming into their personal space. Sadly, small dogs are cute. So everybody thinks that they must go up to them and pat them. And it is the little dogs who really don't like this. And they will bite. In fact, the highest number of dog bites are from small dogs. But they don't reach the newspapers because it's a little dog bite. Unlike a dog like a German Shepherd or a Rottweiler or a Boer Bull or particularly a Pit Bull, if they bite, it hits the newspapers. So little dogs bite, and particularly dogs that are in the owner's arms. The dogs that live like small dogs and run around free and do things, fabulous. Pick them up if there are problems. And just briefly, on the other side of the coin, I own a German Shepherd. And I have her under control wherever I go, on a lead. And it is the little dogs that come racing up to her, because generally little dogs are not on a lead because the owners don't think they need to be on a lead. So these little dogs run up into my dog's face, in her, and over time she has got really angry and sometimes done a lunge of leave me alone. Of course, which dog gets blamed? The German Shepherd, of course, because she went for my dog. Well, two-way street, people. Don't allow your little dogs to run up to larger dogs. And owners of large dogs, don't allow them to run to small dogs and bully them. So, quite okay to have little dogs in your arms or carry them in containers if you're traveling, not a problem. I am just worried about the large number of small dogs that are constantly in their owner's arms, carried everywhere, and never allowed to be a dog. So, let a small dog be a dog.